Ajit, can you please ping the teams again that we are almost ready? They should be joining in now.
Yes, Ishan will do it right away.
Guys, we are almost ready. We are just waiting for a couple of folks who are just messaging that they are joining in. So allow me just 2 more minutes and we'll be all set to start. By the time the participants can be ready with their presentations. Whenever you have been informed about the slots you have, so please be ready with that. We will be sharing you the access to share your screen. And people who have joined, let me also tell you that after each pitch, if you want to connect with the company, if you want to connect with the presenters, a poll will be showcased to you at the end of every pitch. You can just submit your interest and we'll help you coordinate everything after that. So these things just just letting you guys know. We'll wait 2 more minutes and we'll be all set.
Jishan, quick question. Like for participants, how much time do we have for each presentation?
We have 5 to 7 minutes given as the slot, and then 3 minutes is for question and answer.
Got it.
Yeah. And the top 5 companies who are presenting today, Ajit, can you just make sure that we have everyone here?
Sure, sure.
Or let me just do a very quick check. So Pebble Finance, if the team is here, just give us a hi.
Yes,
Christoph is
I'm
there. I
here.
can see you. Hey, hi. All right. We have someone from Dial now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Jacob.
Jacob. Thank you.
How we doing?
All good, all good. Okay, we have okay, Ozak AI. We have Pax from Ozak. Pax is not here. And do we have Jacob from Chain Love? No,
Yeah, but
Sergey
I'm
from
not
Chain.
Jacob Sergey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Zishan, except Ozak, everyone are present.
Okay, I'll just quickly ping them that they should be here now. And all the judges have confirmed that they are here. So I think we are good to go. Just let me quickly check with Ozak team. And for all of your information that this meeting will be recorded as well, because a lot of funds due to time zone and due to other factors do request us to send the recordings of the pitch, so it is recorded for people who want to see it later, and we do share it with our partners who want to review the projects. Okay, so I think I have informed, yeah, Zach is also informed. They will be joining in pretty soon. They are facing some network issue. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. My name is Zishan, and uh, wherever you're joining from, a very, very warm welcome to the second edition of Pivot's Open Demo Day. For those joining us for the first time, a quick introduction. Pivot is a global venture accelerator. We work with early stage startups and help them from the whole 9 yards of finding their PMF, helping them with their MVP, helping them strategize their go-to market, helping them raise funds, securing grants, all the strategic support, all the strategic and consulting support we could bring in on the table. We have a very huge network of mentors, ecosystem partners, which includes all major launchpads, market makers, exchanges. We also have mentors from different ecosystems who have joined us very graciously to help and support the startups at different legs of their journey. And we have a lot of angel investors, also verified angel investors with us who wanted to who had shown interest to participate in early stage opportunities with us. A little bit about the founder. So Anshul Dheer, the founder and CEO of Pivot, he has been an entrepreneur for over 20 years now, built companies before Web3, and now is four-time founders in Web3 itself. So he has been an advisor, a mentor to an investor to more than 50 companies now. And Pivot is, his work got more institutionalized, and this is what we have been doing, helping founders, keeping it as much founder centric as possible. Due to this, we have in over 2 years of our journey, we have received more than 600 applications, and we have been very selective because we wanted to give everything possible to the startups. So it took a lot of bandwidth. We were able to accelerate close to 28, 29 startups, and the journey has been great so far for us. We have some big plans moving forward, which will be communicated to all of you in due time. But I would request you to stay tuned to our announcements, and do connect with us over Telegram, X, and LinkedIn. Um, I want to also, give a huge thanks to the incredible panel of judges for taking time to evaluate these startups. and share their feedback with us. I would like to request our judges panel, to just come on the screen. Please switch on your cameras as well. So for the first, we have Maria, VC Associate and Funders VC. Maria, I would request hi so that people can see you. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope people can see me
Yes.
because my camera is turned on. I can give a little intro if that's okay. Or
Yeah,
if that's not
I
needed,
would
I'll skip
love.
it.
Even let's do this better. I would, invite our judges. They can take a quick 1 minute intro, and
Okay.
then we can move ahead. So Maria, over to you, please.
Yeah, sure. Funders we see right now is partially liquid fund, partially VC. We try to support startups and protocols who help manage liquidity better, because I think that's our main priority. We also are very interested in RWA and DeepIn solutions, because it's very understandable. And our primarily focus is to find someone with a real use case or a startup who knows what they are solving and why their solution is better, hopefully better. We mostly work with early stage startups like pre-seed and seed. For token deals, we give out checks from 50 to 100K. And for equity deals, we can go up to $500,000. The fund itself is relatively fresh. We started last year, but I've been in crypto since 2017, so I kind of know major pitfalls and what works and what doesn't. That's basically it.
We are really glad you joining us, Maria. Thank you so much for the
Thank
introduction.
you.
Now I would request Daniel, Director of Business Development at Cicada Market Making, to give us a quick hi and a quick introduction as well for the audience.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. Glad to see some familiar faces here. Hi, Maria. So yeah, most of you guys know Cicada is a market maker. Very few know that we actually started as liquidity provision fund with a focus of DeFi protocols in particular. We're managing 100 mils under management currently, and around 50% of that has been already deployed to support DEXs, staking, restaking, lending, and borrowing protocols across around 15 different chains. We're currently supporting around 40 different protocols with liquidity from our side. So yeah, that's briefly about ourselves. That's market making, that's liquidity, and everything related to capital.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. I would request Lad from from Only VC. He's the managing partner and head of strategy there. I think Vlad is not here. Okay, he must be joining in because he confirmed with me that he's going to join. Next, moving on, we have Mr. Rohit Kaul, our own from Pivot. He is the head of investor relations with us. Rohit, sir, to you.
Hey, hi everyone. Hope you all guys doing well. So it's been quite a good journey for the past 2 years with Pivot. As Zishan earlier stated, the kind of work that we've been doing for the past 2 years is simply fantastic, and look forward to deal with you guys, for the future. Look forward to meet you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And funny thing, we had another lad who was supposed to join today from Cryptorcy Ventures, but he could not be with us today due to some personal last-minute commitments he had. But he has, conveyed that he will be looking forward to another opportunity to come on board and join our panels someday. So yeah. And moving forward, without further ado, before we start, I would quickly like to give a big shout out to all the ecosystem partners who have come together to make this event possible, helping us assemble the $100,000 reward pool that powers today's demo day. Uh, to name the partners, we have AWS giving the cloud support, the cloud credits from them. Cicada MM has actually also contributed in the pool. We have Seedify, we have Block Legal, a complete full stack legal solution provider dealing specifically with Web3. We have Hacken, the very well known auditors. We have BloFin, very highly niche specific exchange. And we have Mpost Media Group as well as one of the partners for this demo day this time. And of course, a very big welcome to everyone in the audience, builders, investors, believers from every corner of the Web3 and the AI world. Now it's time, let's kick things off. We'll start with an overview of today's flow and rules so everyone is on the same page. Today we have 5 teams presenting. We have been taking applications for over a month now. We reviewed, we did a thorough due diligence to make sure that the people we are bringing on board in front of you are, creating something big, a real deal. And each startup was evaluated personally by us. We have done discovery calls. We have made sure to see the product before bringing them here. So right today, these 5 teams are going to present. Each startup will get 5 to 7 minutes to present, within which they may include a short demo of their product along with the tech. Followed by that, there will be a 3 to 5 minutes of question and answer. Judges are actually allowed to question the participants, but others in the audience will be requested to submit their feedback right after their pitches through a short dialogue, which will pop up in to your screen. Once all queries are answered, we will open the form. So you will all have to submit your interest to connect with the startups. The form will be open only for 20 seconds to just, be ready with, make up your mind and be ready to, what to do with that company. So hang in there. At the end of this demo day, we will be also announcing the winner right away. So I will request everyone who have joined, so please stay tuned with us for the next 1 hour. And we have all the judges except Lad already here. I hope everyone has the evaluation sheet access. I'm sorry, but I have to take this quick confirmation. Maria, Daniel, Rohit sir, do you have the access to the score sheets?
Yes, I do.
Maria, do you
Me
have
too.
it?
Yes.
Rohit sir, sure. All right. All right, so much. Awesome. That's great. Okay, the first team to present today is Pebble Protocol. I will request the team to kindly give them the access to start sharing their screen. Please welcome Christoph from their team. Chris, I hope you can share your screen now. Let me know when you're ready. We'll put on the timer, so you will be also able to keep a track of it.
Okay, hello everyone. Yes, I have access now. Super. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, super. So first of all, thank you very much for organizing this demo day. First news, we are renaming from Pebble to Current. Second news, we already raised 1.1 million from the SWE Foundation, from Comma3, from OKX. We are still looking for 400K. We are going live in 1 month. The launch date is on the 2nd of March. And we are a Seedify protocol. We are the missing piece on the Seedify. What I mean by that, SWE already have, I would say, a strong foundation in terms of DeFi, but it's missing a leverage layer. And I would like to explain you why. If you look at the current status, yes, there are lending protocol on the SWE ecosystem, but actually the borrow demand is rather low because you cannot do much with if you borrow. So that is limiting. And what does the current lending protocol are doing? They are artificially compensating by providing incentive, which is not sustainable over time, and we want to change that. The second point is SWE is more, let's say, a stacking protocol when you compare it to Solana, that is much more trading protocol. And we want to change SWI from stacking to trading ecosystem. And this first is problem is like the LSTs on SWI, for instance. They are providing yield about 2%, which is not attractive to have more people putting capital into the SWI ecosystem and holding the token. And last, there are great things being built on SWI, like yield-bearing assets from Deepbook, from Ember, from Develop. So that's great. And there are also votes, so you can deposit and benefit from that. However, when you have this yield-bearing asset, you cannot use them as a collateral, and the LP tokens that you are getting from those votes are useless for now. So I would like to share another screen. Yes, I would like now to do the demo. What we are providing is, as a foundation, a lending and borrowing protocol. You can supply, but where the borrow demand would come from. And the borrow demand and creating it, it's the whole key of our protocol. It's made of two products generating this borrow demand, margin and multiply. And these two products, the whole focus is using leverage. For margin, basically you can trade using leverage, and you can deposit SWI assets. And you can, of course, trade SWI, but you can trade BTC, Ethereum, etc. The difference with central exchanges is like with Current, you can deposit a collateral, and your collateral is going to the lending pool, okay, generating for you a supply APY. Of course, you are paying the borrow depending on the leverage that you took, but in the end, the consequence is like you are reducing your trading cost dramatically because you're gonna earn on the collateral that you deposit. And the second product is Multiply. Multiply are unique on SWI. It's a flash loan loops. So that means you are looping, but in one transaction. And we're going to add much more strategies with SWI, with Deepbook, with Ethena. Everything is coming in the next couple of weeks. And the whole idea here is like, instead of holding a token that is generating 2% per year, like these LSTs that we're going to see, use the LSTs that you have, deposit them, and use them as a collateral to borrow much more of the same assets. That means you still have the same exposure, but you are holding much more token of the yield-bearing asset. This is super unique. On SWI, at the moment, it's only one protocol offering 3 times leverage and not using flash loans and different mechanism, while we can go up to 16 times. And of course, the only limitation here is to make it simple, you need to borrow SWI cheaper, of course, than 2.5%. So you need to borrow, imagine, at 1% and deposit at 2.5%. Coming back on the ecosystem, we are very serious. That means we are using the same risk manager as Camino, and we want to replicate what Camino has done on Solana into SWI ecosystem. And we take security very seriously. We have currently doing the formal verification with asymptotic. This is the only blocker for us before going live and deploying millions of TVL. How do we make money? Yes, this is also important. There are two sources of revenue. The first one is obviously the repay fee, what we call the repay fee. Like if you see here, of course, the borrow APR is superior than the supply APR. And another source is like when you're using margin and multiply, we use flash loans, and there is a swap happening every time you are opening or closing a position. And basically, we apply a 0.05% on opening the position and closing the position. We expect 10 million TVL in 3 months, 100 million by 1 year. And in terms of revenue, we estimate, based on Camino comparison, to generate a 2.4 million per year after 1 year of existence. That's it. I'm open to questions.
Awesome. So we are, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
think I
much,
have
Chris.
first one.
Yeah, please. I'll request judges for, the stage is open for questions.
Awesome. I like the idea of looping in one transaction, but could you elaborate on are you going to expand to stable coins, and if so, when?
Okay. When you say stable coins, you mean yield-bearing assets that are pegged to stable coins, right?
Both, yes.
Okay. We already
Like
have
starting from USD,
90.
and if you can do even USDC, that would be better. But at least USD, like what's in plans?
Okay. For USD, for now, there are 2 tokens that are interesting for us. Deepbook, so a protocol on Sui just launched yield-bearing assets. In less than a week, there is 2 million TVL. And basically, there is DBUSD is a yield-bearing asset pegged on Sui. So we are working on the integrations. And another interesting one is Ethena. Ethena is coming on Sui, pegged to USD. And we are also chatting with Ethena team in order to implement that. So what we want is like all these partners have no limitation. Like for them, it's just like another utility for the people to buy and hold the assets. So that's facilitate a lot doing the integrations.
Okay, gotcha.
Any
I
more
also have one
questions?
question. Are you guys planning any token of the current platform as well? If yes, is going to be any point system or incentives in your token as well?
Okay, I think I understand there's 2 questions. The first one is like when and if we are launching a token. The answer is yes, we want to launch a token. We are not in a rush. We want first to generate revenue, making sure we have a user base, etc. We want to launch a token also when it's I would say a good timing, good window, but we don't have anything signed, any date that are set in stone. So we are still flexible on that. What is the other part of your question?
If yes, will you have any point system or any other incentives in your token for liquidity providers?
Okay. So yes, obviously we want to bootstrap the LP side and the liquidity with the best condition for us. That means we're gonna, and I'm looking for the best LP deals. Yes, we do have at a certain point we will be limited and we would need external LPs to provide. And yes, a part of it will be in stablecoin and the other half would be in token. For the launch, for instance, we are not using it, but I'm assuming for getting up to 100 million TVL, we would absolutely need to do that. And also a point system, yes. We want to make an airdrop, and the point system is already live, and we already have documentation around that. So at launch, people will be able to gain points based on different actions, deposit, borrowing actions.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's interesting because most DeFi protocols, they're trying to solve this chicken and egg problem because they don't have enough TVL, and usually these incentives in tokens are attracting the liquidity providers to provide liquidity, basically. But yeah, I get your answer. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right, and basically maybe this is why also we are lucky in a sense that we are solving a problem for the LST's issuer for the yield-bearing assets. So of course people wants to deposit, and they are if we are providing value to them in some way, they will also like provide some part of the TVL. We also have the chance to have VCs that are providing LP as well. So I would say so far for the launch and getting to the first 10 million, no problem, but the issue will come after. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Any more questions? Or I will request Ajit, can you please pull up the poll for the audience to submit their interest, please? Meantime, judges, you are requested to please fill in your score sheets. So we will keep a tab on what's happening with Pivot Layer.
I just have one question.
Roy, sir,
Yes.
please,
Hello.
meantime, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So you mentioned about the integration with the stable coin. I just want to regulatory landscape. In your opinion, like what needs to be done from your perspective?
Sorry, connection
Challenges that you
was very
see.
bad. Sorry, connection was very bad. I was not able to understand the question.
Yes, what I mean to say is like, yeah, I'll just repeat again. In terms to like your integration with the stable coin and the broader perspective, like regulatory challenges in terms of the government sanctions that you see you might face in the future.
No, and when I mean I say yield-bearing token spec to stablecoin, so not direct stablecoin. Technically speaking, no problem. In terms of working with them, no problem neither. So the only limitation here is to get enough supply in order for the people to use leverage. And another possible blocker would be, of course, the yield generated by this stablecoin needs to be higher than the borrow rate. You need to be, if it may make no sense to borrow if the yield generated by the token is lower than the amount than the borrow rate. So we need that this would be auto-regulated, and so far we are onboarding, let's say, tokens that are doing well, I would say. And especially at the beginning, if nobody is borrowing, the borrow rate would be super low. So we don't think that this would be a problem.
I hope this
Happy to
answers
further
your question,
discussion.
Roy, sir, because I'll have to quickly
Yeah,
interrupt
yeah,
and
yeah, sure.
move on to the next
Thank
pitch. But very interesting takes. Now, thank you so much, Christoph. I will request our next team, Valley Games Arcade. Now they are represented by their founder, John. John, can you please share your screen and let me know when you're ready, so we'll put on the timer for you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us. Okay. I just sent a request to share the screen here. Okay. Just got access. All right. Can everyone see the screen?
Timer is on.
Great. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Johnny, founder and CEO of Valley Arcade Games. Valley is a real-world gaming platform that connects arcade cabinets, web games, and mobile play into one shared competitive ecosystem where players can earn real rewards for skill, not just for spending. The idea for Valley came from frustration. I own and operate an arcade bar in Beacon, New York, and every day I saw how people actually play games. They want social competition, simple fun, and rewards that feel tangible. At the same time, I was watching Web3 gaming struggle. Most projects were pay to win, confusing to onboard, and built for crypto insiders rather than real players. If you take a look at the numbers here, with over half of the world's population playing video games and a very tiny small fraction actually playing Web3 games, it's obvious that the market is massive and we believe inevitable to come to Web3. The challenge is not whether Web3 gaming wins, but who figures out how to make it work. And also arcades felt stuck in the past, even though it's a growing industry in the US and beyond. Web3 gaming felt disconnected from reality. Valley exists to bridge that gap. We built Valley to make blockchain gaming feel as easy as dropping a quarter into an arcade cabinet. And as AI accelerates game creation, where pretty soon, whether it's next week or in a couple of years, almost anyone will be able to make an arcade game using AI tools, we feel that the infrastructure is the real key here. And Valley is that infrastructure layer that turns more games into real distribution, real rewards, and real world play. So players can onboard seamlessly using single sign-on. We automatically create wallets behind the scenes. There are no seed phrases, no jargon, no crypto hurdles. Players just log in, play, and earn. And our hardware matters too. We partnered with Fun Company, who's been in the business for over 3 decades. It's a professional arcade manufacturer, and they build cabinets for Nintendo, Sega, Bandai Namco. These are professional cabinets that are durable, venue-ready, machines designed for real-world use and global deployment. And what makes Valley truly unique is how value flows the moment a game is played. So whether a player enters a quarter, a token, taps a game card, swipes a credit card, or uses a digital balance, fiat enters the cabinet and is split in real time. A portion goes directly to the venue, a portion goes to Valley for operating the platform and infrastructure. And then this is where it gets real interesting. A portion flows directly to the developer of the game being played, creating a real-time revenue stream that allows developers to place their games inside arcade cabinets across multiple venues without having to selling or lease hardware. And that is unique in the arcade space. The remaining portion, and this might be equally as interesting, flows back to the player as rewards. Then they can immediately spend those rewards that they earn from their gameplay in real time at the venue on food, drinks, merchandise, future gameplay, really whatever the venue decides that those can be played on, because the rewards go directly to the venue as fiat. We take care of that transaction behind the scenes. So this turns every game session into a live economic loop where venues earn more, developers earn distribution and revenue, players earn usable rewards, and Valley powers the system while earning recurring revenue from each arcade cabinet. And then this is where things get, I think, really interesting, because underneath it all is a single ecosystem token, the Valley token. So games will come and go, but the ecosystem endures. One token aligns players, developers, venues, operators across every experience. In Valley, dropping a quarter into a cabinet can mint a digital asset. Depending on what happens in the game, that asset might be fungible, semi-fungible, or a unique NFT. Behind the scenes, fiat entering the cabinet is automatically converted into Valley, and that value can be spent at the bar, used in game, or used to mint a collectible tied to real gameplay. And to the player, it still feels like an arcade. To the ecosystem, it's a new distribution and rewards player. And that's something that's super important to us too, is that we want to meet the players where they're at instead of trying to, explain why blockchain technology and Web3 gaming is so great. If any of you have tried to do this, you've probably seen a lot of your friends and family just shut down. But by showing them, and then they realize it on their own, we think that's the way to go here. And so we can think of Valley as Steam, both spanning online gaming and physical arcade cabinets. And the infrastructure is what makes this defensible. Our arcades are RWA deep-end devices, and we already operate a network of 400 nodes that were purchased from our community, our early community, running what we call a reward attestation protocol. These nodes act as independent game referees. They replay gameplay sessions to verify rewards are emitted. They prevent cheating, fraud, and inflated metrics, and it creates a trust layer that, okay, buddy, hold on one sec. Sorry. It creates a trust layer that Web3 gaming has largely been missing. This system allows rewards to be verifiable, tied to real skill, not bots or exploits. And on the developer side, we support all major game engines. We provide an SDK that plugs games directly into the Valley ecosystem and packages them for distribution across the web arcade and physical cabinets. Developers publish once and reach everywhere without rebuilding the game for each environment. And I'd like to talk about our team really quickly here. I'll just mention 1 or 2 people. So Jay is a former CEO of Cointelegraph and is very well connected. He is a CEO of 4 Labs Digital and is an ad spend expert. Our CTO, Rick, he is a Stripe preferred partner building the payment rails for Stripe. Jeff Warner, our president and co-founder, has been in the industry for decades and is a angel investor and head of Westchester Angels. So I think we have the right team to tackle this. And then just to close, there's something magical that happens when people see an arcade cabinet. They engage, they compete, it creates a shared physical moment. And Valley brings people back into the physical spaces by making gaming social, competitive, and rewarding again, while quietly solving the onboarding, distribution, and trust problems that have held Web3 gaming back. We're building the rails that connect real-world play to the digital economy, one quarter at a time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Judges, do you have any questions, please?
Sure. Can you tell me a bit more about acquisition and retention? How easy for you is to retain users? That's the first part. And the second one, can you share also more details on how you're planning to spend funds that you're raising right now? Like, is it marketing or some other purposes?
Yeah, definitely. So I guess I'll tackle the second question first in terms of where the money will go. So we are in negotiations with a distributor who reached out to us, and they are looking to distribute these beginning in the United States and then globally after that. So they have a plan where the venue doesn't have to have any capital expenditure, and they can be placed either by the distributor owning the cabinets or Valley owning the cabinets. So if we decide that we would like to purchase some cabinets for some high foot traffic areas, then part of the funding would go to actually building the physical hardware. Of course, development is a large part of that, but ad spend, because we have such a robust team for ad spend, it would be on Twitter, X, and some more like traditional social platforms like Facebook, because we're seeing a lot of like traditional gamers that are interested in this. So that's where we can go to like the Instagram and Facebook more so than I think a lot of the other Web3 gaming plays. And then your first question, sorry, can you remind me your first question? Oh, it was around how the money flows, I believe. Is that right?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
How efficient is your acquisition, and are your users stay with you, or like do you like the experience? Are you successful in retaining them, and so on and so forth?
Yeah. So I guess I can talk about a big pivot that we had is at first we were starting this as like the world's first Web3 arcade cabinets, and it wasn't really working. So we kind of abstracted a lot of that away, and then everything changed for us really overnight once we did that. And we now have in our one live prototype cabinet the ability for players to put a quarter in this particular arcade, and then they receive a portion of that back immediately. This is pre our token, so there's actually no there's no crypto that's involved at this point, but they earn it back as rewards. And since we've done that, we've seen retention rates go up. I think it's 50 to 70%, depending on the day. And it also got a lot of venues like waiting in line to get these cabinets so we had to make the plan so that it worked without crypto first. And then now that we've done that, then we can add in the layer of the Valley ecosystem token so that these are really onboarding tools, which is why Base and Solana have been so interested in this, because they want easy, fun, like real world access points to their wallets.
Oh, makes sense. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any more questions? No? Then I will request Ajit, can you please pull on the polls so the audience can also submit their interest, please. We'll keep it on for next 15 seconds. Guys, please fill in fast. But meantime, judges, please fill your score sheets as well. I hope everyone has submitted their interest, and by the time I will request Team Ozag to be ready. The poll is closed now. Thank you so much, Johnny. And I'll
Thank you.
request Pax, CEO of Ozak AI, to please start sharing your screen and give us a go ahead when you want us to start the timer.
All right. Hey, Jishan, thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is
Okay.
visible. Let me just pull on the time back to 0. Shantanu sir, Ajit, can you please restart the timer? Thank you so much. Pax, all yours now.
Thank you, Jishan. Hello, everyone. Thanks for this opportunity. Let me introduce Ozak. So firstly, I'm Pax, CEO at Ozak. I lead data security and product, and we are incubated by Pivot. Uh, and what is Ozak AI? We are predictive AI platform for advanced financial intelligence. So the problem statement here is, as you can see, the financial intelligence industry is broken. What I mean to say is the problem isn't that financial intelligence doesn't exist. It's that it's broken and isolated. Most tools today are black boxes. You don't know how the models work, and the data is locked behind silos. On top of that, they're expensive and inefficient. Most of the times, they are built for institutions with huge budget, not for traders or retail traders who need speed. And by the time insights finally reach the trader, the markets has already moved, right? So traders usually end up reacting, not anticipating. That's a core problem we are fixing at Ozak. And the solution here, so a decentralized intelligence economy. So instead of another black box, we flip the model. So Ozak is a decentralized network where AI agents compete with each other to produce better and better market intelligence. Nothing is static. The best performing agents are faced to the top, the weak ones fade out. So at a high level, what we are doing is very simple. We are commoditizing actionable predictive intelligence and making it accessible, not gatekept. And ecosystem at a high level, Ozak AI has two main parts. Uh, Eon is what users see. It's our AI interface where traders deploy agents, access our agents, track signals, and understand what the market is doing in real time. And Neuron, this is the most sophisticated part of the system. It's where the what powers everything underneath. It's our AI inference layer, a distributed network of models constantly analyzing market data and generating predictive outputs. And again, at the end of the day, the most valuable thing in trading isn't the data, it's knowing what to do next. So we are focused on one thing, turning massive amounts of market data into intelligence that actually actionable. So as a quick glance, we do support X402 protocol. And just a quick glimpse, from data to action. I won't go box to box. At first, we ingest massive amounts of on-chain, off-chain data. This is called OSN, and the data is securely stored and indexed, so it's always available when needed. So this is our inference on Neuron. Whenever a trader or system asks a question, our agent kicks in and run inference and generate predictive outputs. And finally, through Eon, I'm going to show the product in a while. So this is our system design, and every prediction or the query that is coming out is like having an audit tail. It's going through our smart contract execution layer, and we are really at the intersection of AI and DeepIn. And this is a but I'm sure that everyone is aware of Chainlink. So how Chainlink decentralized data, it's like made on-chain systems trust data they didn't control. So we are decentralizing intelligence, not just the data. So instead of owning raw numbers, users own actionable intelligence, signals, forecasts, and make understanding, they can actually use. And a quick market size and opportunity. We work at a 45 billion market, and we are catching about 200 million. Even a glimpse of that, it's going to be a huge. And I'm going to just quickly show. So 10 billion is our total token supply, and we have already raised over 6 million in pre-sale. And that's really great and bootstrapped from the community itself. We just did 6 months to 8 months. We raised about 6 million, and our platform Eon is just, let me just quickly give you the demo here. So as you can see, this is the Eon interface. It's having everything related for a trader, everything like market cap or market updates. This is where you can get started. Here you can choose a particular agent, and this is a market overview where you can pick up your next thing. Let's say analyze BTC using RSI, MACD, and Bollinger Band. And you don't have to have a fintech or a financial analyst experience. You can just try to get to it. And before I close, I want to also show one of the most top performing agent for us is token unlocks. This is very cool, I would say, including, as you can see, the recent Tether acquiring gold or any such real-time information is being fed automatically. We have about all these features, right from fundamental analysis, technical analysis to whale tracking. And here we are going to roll out our own execution within the platform itself where this Eon agent can perform the trade. And that's a quick demo of the product. And we already are in the beta. We released the product for all the pre-sale OZ buyers token. And this is our partners. We have prominent partners like Sentient, OpenGPU, right? And yeah, so these are our core principles. And I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity and open for quick questions. Oh, this is it.
Thank you, Pax. Judges, the floor is open for questions now.
I guess I can ask
Daniel,
one.
yeah. Yes, Mario.
Yes, Maria, thank you.
Why should I stop using OpenAI and Claude and switch to your solution? Like, how will it improve my decision making if I already use different, a wide variety of other AI products? Why should I add your solution or even like forget about the others and be your supporter? Yes.
Right. Thank you. That's a good question, and mostly it's the common question that we get as well. Every model that you are looking at it's been built. The prediction models cannot be used by LLMs or generative AI models. So that's one of the biggest challenge that we have to solve. Second thing is the data source. So we are in fact 20% to 25% better than Perplexity Finance because it's really hard. The entire market information that you are looking at it is tick by tick. So we do have our own data engineering pipelines that is keeping a tab across all the centralized and decentralized exchanges. So the data is the big problem, and LLMs cannot be used for predictions. At the same time, how we make a revenue here is we are deliberately insisting our traders, especially the retail traders, to look at your portfolio here and make your own trade call. So we are working with integrating, like we are already working with trade execution. So that will be the next stop. So yeah, it's in-house models and the data is our own internal tools that we keep it up to get everything. Probably for news and other things, there will be third-party APIs, but most of the engineering is done, pipelines is written in-house, including the prediction ML models. Simple thing is probably I'll just quick technical indicator. Let's say there is a Ichimoku cloud here. This is super complicated math. As a proper finance, like fintech analyst, you use this technical analysis. Ichimoku cloud is like one of the cloud. And this is the information that it is getting interpreted. So the model. So you could actually do that. This is the most sophisticated part that we have to crack. And there is a lot of in-house engineering has to be done to solve this analysis. Hope
I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. You have answered my
Thanks.
question. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
If you don't have any more questions, I will request to please put up the poll so the audience can also interact with Ozak. We have the poll on the screen. Thank you so much, Pax. By the time you can unshare your screen, and I will request our next team to be ready. And as soon as the poll is ended, we will invite the next team. Thank you. So moving forward to our next team to present is Dial, would like to welcome Jacob. He has already presented the screen, so I think just give us a go ahead when you want to start. We'll start the timer, and
Let's go
we
for
can
it.
go on. Okay,
Thank you, Zishan.
let's go.
Thank you, Zishan. And it's a pleasure to be here. I'm here presenting what we believe is the new communication primitive for Web3, right? So one of the things that we saw we need to solve is that right now we have fragmented communication in Web3, right? We're using Zoom, we're using Telegram, we're using WhatsApp, we're using Signal, but none of these have a wallet authentication as their main primary way to create security. And because of that, we're getting a lot of impersonation, we're getting a lot of scams, and we're getting a lot of loss due to theft. And so one of the ways that we set out to initially fix this is by creating your wallet to be your phone number. So we have a working prototype, which works on web. We also have an app for mobile and Android coming soon. And it brings the communication endpoint back to control for you over your own comms. And why we started with the phone, we quickly realized that we needed to go beyond the phone. And we have video calls, we have omni-channel messaging using Matrix, and we built out a whole suite of how we can connect wallet endpoints as communication primitives. So the way this works is we have like the actual space itself, which is almost like a party room, like a Google Meet like this, which I can also demo really quickly. Right, so you can easily create party room, jump in, and we have, and this is authenticated with your wallet, right? At the same time, you can also create token gating, create NFT gating, and we've enabled this hyper monetization on this communication layer. So we also realized that we kind of need two surfaces for this communication primitive, right? We have the user, the retail side of things, where you'd have the degens, the social users, the KOLs, the communities. And then we also have a dial.work, which is more for the organizations, the DAOs, the funds, that has a little bit more of the functionality and features stripped back, and is much more professional, right? So our current VC is already using this in all their meetings, and we've seen a lot of interest from organizations like Layer Zero and others that we're communicating with to use this software, right? So we have the wallet calling, the party lines, and the ability to broadcast these party lines onto places like Twitter, Spaces, YouTube. And so by kind of bring in the ability to create the authentication and the security at the wallet level, and then giving people not just feature parity with what they're used to in terms of communication and messaging apps, but we want to go beyond feature parity, right? And that's where this hyper monetization occurs, and this ability to do paper call, paper messaging, to token gate, to NFT gate these rooms. And we did that in a kind of unique way. So our dial token is using layer 0. So now you can stream payment. So if a wallet's calling from Solana to Ethereum, and there's a pay per call in that, we just use the layer 0 token to route that payment directly rather than having to bridge. And this really simplifies how we've created this monetization layer within the communication primitive. So there's a couple of ways that we actually go to market, and we bring this to masses. Obviously, bringing a new communication mechanism is difficult, and there's obviously a high cost of acquisition. But we think with a couple of the ways that we've planned to integrate and also give benefits to different types of users, there should be a large network effect that we can reach. So a good example of this is Lemonade Social, who's now going to be the events events provider for ETH Denver. We're going to be integrating as their native go-to digital link. So anytime you want to create a virtual room in Lemonade Social, it will create a dial link. And so there's different sort of flows that we use to onboard, whether it's a user that would go to a KOL card because they want to follow the KOL and now they can get notified that they've entered a room rather than the KOL having to tweet. Whether it's a partner that's going to be using these calls for their own organization and they have verified badges, and now if you do jump on a call with with funders or Pivot, you have that verified badge. You actually know that that's somebody from that organization that you're talking to. And then just to wrap it up, because I know we're running out of time, we make money off of the SaaS revenue, so it's freemium at the base. But then as we add in more features, whether it's a KOL that actually needs more revenue features or an organization that needs higher features, then we take a SaaS fee. We take protocol fees off of these payments that are going. So people are doing pay per calling, we take fees off there. And then just the final thing is we have these integration partners that we're planning to work with, people like MetaMask. Like, how can we integrate this wall-to-wall calling so that MetaMask has it right through Lemonade Social? We've also integrated a lot of other different technologies between primitives like Request Network. So now you can send invoices with Request Network, and we've created like bots to extend these features into Telegram, into WhatsApp. So you have something like you're in Telegram, you're like, where's the link? You just do /party on the dial bot, and then you get a link immediately. So it's really we know how hard it is to build something like this, but we're really trying to meet people where they are and give them excess features to just make dial the go-to. And all of these legacy programs are never going to match up to having the security of being able to verify on-chain wallet identity. And I know I'm running over, so I just want to get to the financials. Currently, we're raising 1.5 million seed. We have $500,000 already secured, and most of this is going to go for liquidity and to a token launch. We have a lot of partners and different integration partners that we can go out with, as well as KOLs. Like, we have some celebrities like Shannon Briggs that wants to be a spokesperson and use the pay-per-call mechanism. And I'm sure that there will be some questions. It's a little bit of a complex thing. It's hard to get in 5 minutes. And there's a lot of different things that we built out to make this really useful, but happy to take any questions and chat more in the future.
Thank you so much, Jacob. Judges, over to you now, if you have any questions. Daniel, Maria, please.
You mentioned that you already secured one big partner. Do you have a pipeline of potential partners already? Because I do believe that you'll have troubles with onboarding, and you'll need to simplify it and bring some reputation by using other partners to bring you end users. That's first part of the question. And the second one is, when do you think, what do you think it's the moment when user understands that dial is the solution that they have been looking for? What is the aha moment for them? Like, I'm staying with dial. It's a cool tech.
Yeah, thank you so much for your questions, Maria. So the first one is we have a lot of partners that are in the pipeline. Some that, like, I can't say we've secured yet, but like, we're talking to Thorchain, we're talking to MetaMask, we're talking to Layer 0 because we've used their tech heavily, so they're going to be supporting us. And it's a combination of finding the right partners that, like, people have already reached out saying, hey, we want to use your wallet-to-wallet calling SDK. And it's a combination of, we need to be focused on what we have to do now to get to market, and not just facilitating other people's sort of needs, and also seeing what's the low-hanging fruit that we really do need to integrate with first. And then on the aha moment, it's a bit of a combination of things for different users. Like, a lot of our advisors have been scammed. Like, one that's been scammed for like $1 million. right? We're seeing this happen all in all. It's just like people are looking for a solution like that. They just don't necessarily know that it exists, and it's going to be a bit of educating the market. And at the same time, on the user side, we're really trying to build in tools that just don't exist anywhere. So if you're thinking like your average trading group, they can all jump into a call room. We're doing something called syndicates. So you can jump into a call room, and then we can batch bundle buys. So if they're buying into a token at the same time, or they're selling into a token at the same time, instead of having it like one friend is now dumping on the rest of the friends, right? You can all go in at the same time. You can all leave at the same time. So building in some of these sorts of tools, as well as a token launcher, the ability to like auto launch the token and stream from Rumble and Pump.fun at the same time. I think there's this aspect of a lot of people have seen how powerful it is to live stream when you're doing these token launches. And Pump.fun is one of the only ones that kind of has this cornered, but at the same time, it's a Pump.fun token. And most people don't want to launch a Pump.fun token. They want to launch their own token, right? So kind of creating this tool set so that you can do the same thing, you can use the same features and functionalities, but with a bit more control and integratability. So I think interoperability is where we win. Being everywhere and being able to just have functions and features that people really want to use, so they go to us.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. If we don't have any more questions, I'll request the poll to be published now so we can have the audience interact. Okay, so the polls are closed. Thanks, Jacob. Now I'll request our fifth team, chain.love. It's Sergey for you guys. Let me know when you're ready, Sergey. We will put on the timer. You can start presenting your screen and give us a go ahead to start the timer for you.
Sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. And the timer is also on for you now. You can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. First of all, thanks for having me. Super excited to be here. And here we go. Let me start from the simple question. How will devs and AI agents buy Web3 infra services in the next 5 years? Our answer is chain.love. It's the marketplace and payment layer for Web3 infra services like RPCs, indexing, CPU and GPU compute, dev tools, storage, etc. Everything via a single user interface and API. Think of it as a booking.com for Web3 infra. Now let's dive into the problem we are solving. So today, infra market is broken between 3 core parties. Let's define who wants what. So Web3 builders who are consuming infra, they just want to build fast and reliably. But today it's hard to find right infra because the information is fragmented across different docs, websites, and there is no way to compare service providers with better Alchemy or Chainstack or Infura maybe. And same for each category, for oracles, for indexing, etc. Now, service providers, they just want to sell their services to the devs. So they need a way to prove their reliability, and they need demand for their services. And the third party is networks. They just want usage and long-term builders. They want transactions, they want to collect fees. Now, how we solved it. So chain.love sits in the middle of this triangle and aligns incentives between all 3 sides. So for devs, we provide single user interface where they can discover, compare, and manage and pay on chain for all the services for all the networks. So it's aggregator kind of booking.com, which allows you to make everything in one place. For service providers, we give demand because we have devs. Plus, we give them a neutral way to prove their reliability. And for when providers interact with devs, devs are paying for infra on chain via X402, and it drives transaction volume on the networks. So networks have happy devs with much better dev experience than today, plus on-chain activity. Now you might be curious, okay, but why devs will use it? So our answer is that alternatives are broken. How it works today for the developers. So if I want to build on some specific chain, I need to go to the docs of this specific network, and the data about providers is scattered across different websites. So usually I see just the list of links. So to compare services, I need to jump between different websites, user interfaces, outdated pricing plans, and docs. And I cannot even compare them. With ChainLove, you can see all available options in one place. The data is structured, comparable, and all the options are purchasable on chain. But comparison is just an entry point. Imagine that on top of that, in single platform, I can add reliability to my infrastructure. I mean, load balancing and automated failover for all API-based services like RPCs, indexing, whatever. Plus, I can make on-chain service level agreement with my service provider using EigenLayer, and I can pay on-chain for any option available across the blockchain via X402. Here you might be curious, okay, but why it's not possible to solve with LLMs? From the LLMs, in reality, cannot solve this issue. I will explain later why. On the left side of the slide, you see the real questions that devs are interested when they're building. And on the right side, you can see the answers that ChainLove gives them. So why ChatGPT cannot solve it? Because again, the data is fragmented across different websites, it's unstructured and not comparable, and it's constantly changing. So you cannot rely on LLMs when we are building it. So you have to manually explore yourself, jump between different providers, or just use what you used to use on a daily basis. So why ChainLove works? Because we built this open source data set, we made it comparable and structured. And with our API, ChatGPT can give these perfect answers for devs, making the discovery and comparison process instant. So I'm able to find the best fit for my dApp instantly. Now the main module is X402 payments. It allows me to pay on chain for the services. So the value proposition for networks here is that we move off-chain infra spending on chain. And finally, how we solved the chicken and egg problem, which each marketplace has. Let's start from the statement here that networks are promoting us. Imagine that they are promoting us on the same level like their docs for their dev communities. We are on their hackathons, they're tweeting about us. That's how we receive demand side, devs. When we have devs, it means we have service providers, supply side, because we have aggregated demand for them. And when they're interacting each other, they are doing this on-chain payments, which drives on-chain activity for networks, and networks start promote us even more. So finally, it's a flywheel. So why would networks promote us? You might be curious. Here are a couple of confirmations that we already showed this approach to many networks, and they were very happy. The dev community and DevRails appreciate what we are building. They're tweeting about us. And yeah, we are already actually on 15 networks live. And our strategy is to scale aggressively as much as possible. We want to be the default entry point on any network for any chain for the builders. Now, how big is the market? We think that many people are doing mistake here, thinking that it's 50K builders market, because in reality, due to this AI boom and all these vibe coders who are building AI apps, if they want to touch value, they will probably choose crypto because AI agents cannot use credit cards. And if this flow will go to the Web3 space, we want to be this default layer, default marketplace and player who will capture part of this flow. And why we believe that this will happen? Because these new primitives like MCPs and X402, they appeared 2-3 months ago, maybe 4, and who becomes the first trusted infra payment layer here will capture part of this flow, and we want to be this layer. Our business model is pretty standard for the marketplaces. We are capturing 5-15% fee on every transaction that happens on chain. It's relevant for any type of infra because we can aggregate like all the options. On top of that, we have these reliability features and paid placement for service providers like any marketplace. We don't have direct competitors right now. There are a couple of players in this space, but they're more focused on providing services and they're not providing aggregation, comparison, they're not focused on AI. So I think we are pretty unique here. And this is our team. We have 10 persons. We have many paying customers among networks who are already using our services. We were granted by Filecoin and Arbitrum DAO, won Eigenlayers Hackathon, and overall we are experienced builders. All the team members are members of Protofy Dev DAO. That's pretty much it. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Sergi. Now the floor is open for questions. Judges, over to you.
Yeah, I probably missed what's your current valuation and the use of funds. If you can elaborate on how you're going to spend money that you are raising right now.
Yeah, we've raised 400K so far from Protofy Dev DAO, and we want to host a seed round and raise 2 million at 15 million valuation.
Okay, got it.
Do we have any more questions, or we can move on to the poll now? Cool. I'll request the team to pull on the polls. By the time poll is getting filled, this was the last pitch for the second edition of Pivot's Open Demo Day. And at the back end, our team is just waiting for the judges to fill in their score sheets. And we will be ready with the winner's name pretty soon. Thank you so much for everyone who joined us today. It took a lot of bandwidth and effort from the team to evaluate more than 100 applications, and we were able to fetch for you companies building in different spaces. We had DeFi, we had AI, financial intelligence, RWA, gaming, communication layer, marketplaces, and whatnot. So I'm sure everyone in the audience also enjoyed the pitches today. And we would like to first congratulate all the teams for amazing pitches. Great work and big thanks for applying and presenting. And a heartfelt thank you once again to the esteemed panel of judges, Maria, Daniel, Lad, who could not come up, and Roy sir as well for lending us your time, expertise, and energy here. And of course, a very big thank you to everyone who joined us today, partners, investors, and community members for being a part of this milestone. By the time we are going to announce the judges, if you have or the participants, if you have any, feedback on the experience, please do, feel free to share it with us. And Maria, Daniel, Rohit sir, do you want to give any last feedbacks or anything to the participants? Please feel free to do that. We'll take one more minute before we collate the result and we announce it. Please, over to you.
I don't think I have a really deep feedback already, but it was clear that you created an interesting batch, and it was a diverse set of startups, which I highly appreciated. And it's great that you insist on live demonstration of the product. It really helps to engage with the product and to understand better what the startup does in this short period of time.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much. Rohit, sir, any last words for us?
It was fun to have like all the participants here. Everybody, I believe, like had a very good clarity about what they were solving, and all the best.
Thank you so much. Daniel, we would really appreciate, last words from you for the participants.
Yes, first of all, a couple good words for Pivot itself, because the quality of the projects is very high. I also saw like Ozak AI, who was also pitching before on our event as well. So guys, very good pitches, very good products. I really appreciate the readiness that you, like most of you have already product ready. You can show us a demo, which is quite rare on the early stage demo days, but yeah, really appreciate that. Wasn't active on the questions because fortunately or fortunately, we're at the same time doing right now our also demo day with the Monad ecosystem. So I was kind of on the two calls at the moment. Yeah, but I was trying to hear like everything you guys saying, and yeah. Thank you, people. Thank you guys for the presentation today.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we had investors and other partners in the call, and we have received interest from them already. Right after this, our investor relations team will get onto it and make the necessary introductions, and they will take it forward from there. And now we have the score sheet already ready, and we are in the position of declaring the winner now, and it's time for what we have been waiting for. Let me quickly present the winner for you guys for today's demo day. So the winner for today's demo day is Dial. We received very extremely good feedback on Dial and very good response. And thank you so much. Congratulations, Team Dial. If you're here, we will be coordinating with you regarding the rewards distribution. And I would also like to mention there was a very close call between Ozak, a very, only a one-digit labs between Team Dial and Team Ozak. Very good, and congratulations, Jacob. And we will be talking to you right after this call. Thank you everyone for joining in. We will be doing a lot of more demo days down the line. Please do let us know your feedback after this call as well. We will be looking forward to hosting you again. And we are signing off. Thank you so much for joining in. And congratulations to Team Dial once again, and everyone who participated for today's demo day.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Zishan.
much for your time, guys.
Thanks for putting together a really, really awesome pitch day.
Thank
Hope
you so
everyone has a
much.
great day.
Thanks all.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Pivot.